In continuation with the last class of R2R ladder network, we were discussing about for different binary inputs, we were finding out the output voltage, and we found out for B3 to be high and rest all input to be zero. For that case, it was you obtained as minus RF by R1 into V reference by 2. Now, this class we will discuss about for B1 to be high. When your B1 is higher, in that case, what is your output you obtain? So, which is your B1 here? So, this is your B1. Okay, so this is B3, B2, B1, and B0. For B1 as high, in that case, what is the output we will obtain? We will see in this class. Okay, now, so we will get into the analysis part of it. So when we equate it, so these two are in parallel, so you obtain as R, and this R which you obtained from these two would be in series with this. In that case, you will get it as 2R. Now, since this is higher, so this is connected to your voltage. So we are connecting this to voltage. In that case, what will happen? So this circuit, we have to find out the Thevenin equivalent circuit. So wherein here you would have obtained 2R and this 2R. So with that, this voltage source. So when you connect that, the equation would look like this, or circuit would look like this, wherein you will have a voltage source and two resistor, which is 2R. So this 2R would be the result of this and this output, okay, and this 2R is this one. So when you find Thevenin equivalent network, in that case, you will get it as V reference into 2R divided by sum of these 2R. So the output of this is going to be your Thevenin voltage result would be V reference by 2. And when you ground this, in that case, RTH is going to be 2R parallel with 2R. You will obtain R as an Thevenin RTH, okay, equivalent Thevenin equivalent resistance, okay, is going to be R. Now, this VTH and this RTH which we have found, again we'll have to consider for the next inputs. So now what you have? So this we have already find out. Now R is again in series with your R. So it would the circuit would look something like this. So next R series with R, and the voltage reference is going to be to this fourth. See, I have mentioned it as 4. To your fourth circuit, it would look like this. The input voltage is going to be your V reference by 2, which you have obtained from this. And R and R, this R and this R is going to be in series, and this is in parallel with this. So R and R, 2R. So when you simplify this, you will get it as again yes, VTH is going to be V reference by 4. So VTH output, the Thevenin's equivalent network, the output is going to be V reference by 4. Okay, when you simplify this, and RTH is going to be, again you will get it as R. And now fifth circuit, fifth input is going to be this, and when you simplify this, again you will have R and R in series and 2R in parallel with this, and input voltage is going to be V reference by 4. This would be our input. So circuit would look something like this. And when you simplify, R plus R will be 2R, 2R, 2R in parallel, and the input is V reference by 4. And Thevenin voltage, when you find out, V reference by 4 into 2R divided by 2R plus 2R, you get, when you simplify this, you obtain as V reference by 8. And again, RTH, when you ground the voltage source, you get it as 2R in parallel. So the output is going to be R. Okay, so we have found out now VTH and RTH for the different for the input. So now when you simplify, the input would look like this, wherein you will have voltage source to be V reference by 8 and R in series with this to your inverting terminal of your op-amp. And RF is the feedback which would connect your output to the input, and non-inverting terminal is grounded. So this looks like inverting amplifier. The output of inverting amplifier is going to be minus RF by R into V reference by 8. So V reference, we can consider, since your B1 is high, so we will consider V reference in the place of V reference as B1. This is when your binary input B1 is high. Now we will see when your binary input B2 is going to be higher. So when B2 is high, in that case, so rest all B3, B1 and B0 would be 0. In that case, B2 in the sense, this would be your B2, this is B3 and this is B2. So here, this terminal, we are connecting it to voltage source. Okay, so considering that, let us start with the analysis. So these two resistance in parallel, you obtain R and R in series, you get 2R. So 2R in parallel, you obtain R. Okay, again, R and R is in series with it. So you get 2R and 2R. Now you have voltage source here. So we have to find out VTH and RTH. So you have, so V reference, the output of these two would be 2R. So 2R and 2R would be in parallel. So VTH, when you find out, V reference into 2R divided by sum of these two, you get it as V reference by 2. And this would be your input to this. So in that case, again, the circuit would look something like this. V reference by 2 would be your input voltage source, and R would be in series and in parallel with 2R. So V reference by 2, R and R would be 2R and 2R. Okay, in parallel. So when you simplify this, V reference by 2 into 2R divided by 2R plus 2R. When you simplify this, you get it as V reference by 4. And RTH, when you ground voltage source and find out Thevenin's resistance, you get it as R. Okay, so now the simplified, you have found out the final VTH and RTH. The final equation, final circuit would look something like this. You have voltage source, which is V reference by 4, and in series with R, and feedback as RF. The output voltage is going to be minus RF by R. It's an inverting amplifier, minus RF by R into V reference by 4. So we, instead of V reference, since your binary input second binary B2 is higher, in that case we will substitute, instead of V reference we will substitute it as B2, okay, in the place of V reference. So our final output will be minus RF by R into B2 by 4. Now for the next input, which B0 is higher. So B0 in the sense, this is your B0. So when this is high, what happens to your circuit? We'll see. So since we are connecting voltage source to this terminal of your input, so find out the VTH here itself. So find out now when you simplify this, 2R in parallel and voltage source VREF. So VTH would be VREF into 2R divided by 2R plus 2R, 4R. So V reference by 2. 2 cancel. 2 2 2s are and V reference by 2, you get it, and RTH would be 2R parallel, you obtain as R. Now this input will, this voltage source would be our input to the next. So now this R would be in series, and this second input would look something like this. So V reference, R and R, and 2R. When you simplify, you get it as VTH is equal to V reference by 4 and RTH as R. And third input is going to be something like this, wherein input would be V reference by 4 and R and R and 2R. So the output VTH would be V reference by 8 and RTH is going to be R. Similarly, the fourth input would be, this would be input to this, and fourth circuit would look something like this. Yeah, so input would be V reference by 8, R and R series, and 2R in parallel. So Thevenin's voltage would be V reference by 8 into 2R divided by 4R. We would have summed this, and R plus R would be 2R. Okay. So VTH would be V reference by 16 and RTH would be R. Okay, so and this would be input to your inverting input. So the output is going to be V reference by 16 into minus RF by R. So instead of RF, we have considered binary input V0 as an input. So we will replace V reference by B0, and the output of your inverting amplifier would look like this, which is your minus RF by R into B0 by 16. This is for 4 different values of your binary input. Okay, at different times, at different inputs are going to be high. In that case, what is the output voltage you obtain from your op-amp of your R2R with the help of R, or from the R2R ladder network? What is the output voltage we obtain? That is what we have seen till now. I hope you are clear with it, and we will just have a look when you substitute different values to your resistance, feedback resistance, and the input resistance R. Okay, in that case, what is the output voltage we obtain? We'll have to see, and we have to table it. Okay, that we will see it. Now for your different binary input, what is the output voltage? We have to have a check. So suppose if we consider resistance RF to be 20 kilo ohm and R to be 10 kilo ohm. Okay, in that case, the output voltage, what is the value we get it with your binary inputs? When your binary input B0 is high, the output voltage we obtained as, when your B0 is high, in that case, the output voltage we obtained as B0 by 16 minus RF by R. When you substitute 20 kilo ohm and 10 kilo ohm, what is the output voltage you obtain? And your reference voltage to be your 5 volts. Okay, so in that case, the output voltage is going to be your, so the output voltage is going to be, when V reference is minus 5, the output voltage is going to be your, when your V reference is 5 volts, in that case, the output voltage is going to be 0.625, that is minus 0.625, because the RF will have, the output voltage will have minus RF, no, because of inverting amplifier. So when B0 is high, and your values like RF 20 kilo ohm, R 10 kilo ohm, with output voltage as 5 volts, in that case, you will obtain the output voltage is going to be a minus 0.625. Okay, similarly, when your Similarly, when we consider B1 is high, when B1 is high, output voltage is going to be our minus 1.25. Okay, so when B1 is high, you will get it as minus 1.25. Similarly, when your B2 is high, let's see what is going to happen. The output voltage would be 2.50 minus 2.50. So like this, for different values of your binary input, this would be your output voltage. So you can calculate and you can simplify. Suppose for two inputs in the sense, you should analyze it for when B1 and B0. Suppose if you consider this, B1 and B0 as high, in that case, what is the output voltage you should obtain? You can analyze or you can simplify and you can cross check. We have found out for 4 different inputs, that is when B0 high, when B1 high, and when B2 high, and when B3 high. So for all these cases we have found out, and remaining case you can cross check once. Okay. This is your non-inverting R2R ladder network. Next topic we have to discuss about this. So wherein here the input, that is your R2R ladder network input, would be given to your non-inverting terminal of your op-amp. Okay, and similarly the analysis part which we did it for your previous inverting R2R ladder network, the same input for same binary inputs you have to find out for this as well, and you would obtain your output voltage.